Hmm. Like everyone's locked in. What's up, Kumar? The standard pattern, play a bit more for the advanced. What account size are you getting? If you're gonna get a 50K, just get the standard. Honestly, bro, I'll just get the standard anyways. Yeah, I'll just get this. Because, bro, honestly, you can get a payout so fast and just scale up. Just start small and work your way up, you know? No need to sweat yourself, I guess. Don't get it yet, bro. Get it on Friday. When when the 30% off comes. Mm-hmm. I'm excited. Ever since I took a vacation after my payout, I've been shit. I don't know. I know it's not my strategy, but my psychology. Well, yeah, you should really know which one it is. It shouldn't be your strategy. Um, yeah, I would definitely get the 50K. I mean, obviously the advanced better, but to me, like, if you're gonna pick between 50K advanced and standard, I think the 100K standard is better than both. So if you're gonna spend more, I would just get the 100K standard. But it seems like you maybe want to spend less, so just get the 50. I would say the 50K, bro. You can always get a payout on it and get another account down the line. You know, you can always upgrade. You can't always downgrade. Good morning, Damon. Good morning, Didar. What's up, Befe, Zicky, Mr. STK, CEO. I'm gonna call you Florin. What's up, Huh? Jonas, what's up, brother? I finished your PO3 models on YouTube. Nice, bro. Now your YouTube live gets more clear. That's what it is, brother. Eventually, you won't need me at all. You'll just be able to see it yourself. You can trade it better than me one day, maybe, bro. What's up, Peter? Hey, guy, you want to ask what's your main trading strategy? Power of three, brother. Which pair do I usually trade Nasdaq futures. What's up, S3? Trade power of three, 930 power of three. You maxed out on Top Step. You're waiting for Alpha. Oh, you mean Friday? Like you're waiting for Friday? What's up, Gallo? You trading NQ? Yes. Someone said, what am I marking out here? Why did I mark out Friday and Thursday's low? Well, simple. If we're going to expand lower, now I think we're going to be more range bound today. But if we start getting really clear expansion, almost like we're sort of breaking out of the range, I guess. Right now we're just sideways. And if we do start to expand, that's where we could expand to. And if we expand higher, Wednesday's high, like these are like final objectives. If we're gonna expand a lot today, these are my final objectives. That's all I'm marking out because today we're gonna rely on intraday order flow. So the daily chart's not clear. I don't know who here has it. Yesterday was bearish. Maybe today's bearish too, but that's like the best thing you can do is power through best at 10 a.m. There's no best, but no, it's not. 9:30 is a lot more clean and obvious, and it forms very clear most of the part every single day because 9:30 is volatility injection. People will be trading 10 a.m. power 3, but like at 10 a.m., like sometimes you get such a small move at 10 a.m. as opposed to 9:30, which sometimes you can get 30 minutes of manipulation. It's way more clear at 9:30. That's just me though. Yep, market's closed tomorrow. We trade futures. Yeah, we do have S&P. Can you use prior 3 and 4? If yes, oh, of course. Same time, bro. I would still use 930. But if you want to refer to like candle openings, like, I would still use 930. Don't change that. But when you refer to candle opens, you can just go based on like, was it 159? I think. So if you want to actually visually see the PO3, 10 a.m. PO3 is so much better. What do you mean? You literally cast a 4-hour night to. You cast a 4-hour night. I'm not sure what you're saying, bro. But the reason I don't think 4-hour PO3 is presents itself more clean than 930 is because you get volatility injected at 930. So you see a very clear move usually between 930 and 10. 930 is also before 10. So if you're just trading 10 a.m. power 3, well, you're kind of like, for example, what this is why I trade 930, not 10, because what happens sometimes 930 will make a move like this, right? And then everyone comes at 10 a.m. and they're waiting for the same thing. But it's not going to happen. We already manipulated, right? 10 a.m. will be used to distribute. So you're missing out on like 30 minutes of information. 930 is still a 4-hour candle, so I don't know. 930 is still a 4-hour candle, so I don't know. That argument doesn't really make sense. For $200 for 50K, if that funded next futures, I don't know. I would just do my funded futures, I guess, if you're looking for the next one, or take profit trader, Tradeify, Apex. I think it's gonna push lower sweep on it and liquidity tap on before then bull run. Don't try to predict so much, bro. Take step by step. YM? No, I haven't looked at the dollar or YM yet. Damn, YM's not playing around, bro. What's the dollar doing? Weird. Yeah, YM really went for it, huh? So Parth, the Fetty. Well, last trading week of the day. I mean, last trading day of the week. Tomorrow there is no trading. If you do not know, tomorrow is a Good Friday. So whether you had a green week so far or a red week, regardless, try not to give too much of the markets on the last day, because there is no tomorrow, right? It's like it's the fourth quarter, I guess you can say. Um, so last trading day of the week. Me personally, I had a good week. I think we're up. I don't think we took a loss this week so far, did we? Yeah, we haven't. I haven't lost this week. We're a break even, win and win. I'm not gonna let that influence how I trade today, but it's something to keep in mind. It would be nice to end in green. Obviously, we're not gonna wipe the whole profits from the week in one day, so but it's just something to keep in mind. You know, when you have a winning week, you don't want to give it all back on the last day. That's probably the worst thing you can do. The goal is long-term consistency over months, years, right? It's not about, oh, winning day today, let's go. No, it's about winning month or winning weeks or winning year, winning quarter. So if that's your goal, then obviously on the last day of the week, you don't want to be giving away profits you made. So just keep that in mind. How much R am I up? It's probably like 7, bro. 6, 7, 5. This is 5, like 5.5, 6. It's hard to say because I have multiple accounts. Like I have 450Ks with Top Step now, and I have 200Ks with Alpha. So it's hard to say. Anyways, Almost market open. Give it some time. Down 6K. We coming back for it all today with $300 left in drawdown. You better top take some trade, bro. Are you a full-time trader yet? What is that supposed to mean? What's your definition? How do you trade LLD accounts at once? I just swap. Oh, where's my alpha accounts? I just swap quickly, and I only use market order, so it's not too bad. They're copy traded. Like all of them are copy traded. I only have to click the button once, and it'll trade all 4 of my tops up and two alphas. They're copy traded. Can trading be my only source of income? Trading and content right now. I don't have too many expenses, so yeah, I mean trading should be fulfilling for me. I don't have too much expenses. You might try micro futures. You might see what they're saying. Yeah, it's not bad. I have a simple mechanical 45% win rate to RR. Keep trying to complicate it more though. The reason you're probably trying to complicate it is because you're not too confident in the strategy, brother. Honestly, guys, the daily chart is not clear whatsoever. The daily chart is not clear whatsoever. Yeah, I live with my parents. But for those of you who live in Canada, I know you know what I'm talking about. Bro, unless you make like a fucking $1 million hard cold cash, bro, or like 500, like not a million, but like $500,000, like hard cold cash, you're not moving out, bro. You cannot move out where I live. You have to leave the country if you want to get your own place. Bro, Golden State versus Houston. I'm so happy you asked, bro. I'm so hyped for the playoffs, man. UK's the same, bro. Rent. I could rent. I could go rent, but it's not ideal. I'd rather just try to milk as much as I can. My parents are pretty old too, so it's not like, like I kind of help them out here and there. I'm the youngest child of 4, so I wish I bought houses, abs, Bitcoin instead of being a kid. I'm gonna go. No, I mean, to be honest, bro, I am probably gonna have to rent. I don't want to, but it's kind of the reality. If when I move out, well, Warriors Rockets can be so good. No, it's just me, bro. It's just me, Ethan. Who do you support on the NBA? Playoffs are gonna be lit, bro. I want Detroit to win. Nah, my siblings don't trade. I kind of tell them stuff. Yeah, I mean, even rent's very expensive, by the way. So it's not like a big difference. Not only is rent hella expensive, bro, everything's hella expensive, bro. Groceries is like, bro, if you want groceries for like 2 weeks, it's like $500, bro. Probably more. Like, everything's so expensive where I live, so. Easiest matchup the Warriors could have gotten, I think, are Houston, our regular season team. Houston's young, but they're good. Detroit's gonna be so interesting, bro. I'm in Canada, bro. I'm in Canada. That's why I'm complaining. It's not a bad matchup. Yo, I don't know if anyone saw Dallas yesterday, but Dallas was low-key cooking, bro. They were looking really good. I'm not gonna lie, bro. They were looking really. They were so good on defense, bro. Like they were so good. I live in Ontario. I'm excited for T-Wolves. Lakers is gonna be good too, but if I'm being honest, I think Lakers sweep that, bro. You want the Knicks to go through? I don't really care who goes through. I'm just hyped for that series. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want Detroit to go through. As long as Detroit wins one game, bro. Because Detroit hasn't won a playoff game since 2008, bro. So, Bucks Pacers, yeah, but I don't really care about the Pacers, bro. Giannis better make it through. That's all I'm gonna say. Lakers don't sweep, bro. Ant won't allow all of that, bro. What can Ant do, bro? Who the hell is gonna guard Luka? Who is going to guard Luka? Who's gonna guard Austin Reeves? Who's gonna guard LeBron, bro? Their only chance is like, I don't know, really good fucking paint defense, I guess. I don't even know, bro. The Coat Nasri. Bro, Timberwolves are not winning. And getting Lakers out first round? No, man. What are you talking about, bro? What? What? You are tripping, bro. You guys have not watched Luka Doncic in the playoffs, bro. That's all it is. I know now. I live in Windsor. It's so boring. If you live in the GTA, you think it's a good idea to move there, bro. If you can afford it, it's definitely more fun. Because I do know Windsor and like London area is a little bit more boring. I would only use the 1 minute AMA. That's how I back tested it. No, you're right. Naz Reid and Jaden McDaniels are good, but you cannot compare them to like Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves. It's a mismatch every single matchup. Jaden McDaniels is a pretty good defender, but not to mention how good the Lakers defense is. Dorian Finney-Smith, Jared Vanderbilt, LeBron. It's a really good defense, bro. Like they strapped up. They played Jokic twice, right? They played Denver twice, bro. They locked him up both times. All right, let's lock in though. Let's lock in. So you guys know the drill. Minimize chat. Any announcements I want to make? If you're not in the free Discord, join the free Discord. We are gonna do another giveaway tomorrow, and it's gonna be 30% off alpha accounts. All right. So I marked out these daily levels in case we get expansion. I don't think we're gonna be expansive today. I think we're gonna be more range bound. But if we do expand, we have previous day's high, previous day's low, easy hanging objectives. Should we decide to expand out of this range? Right now we're ranging. This is your range, and we've been going sideways in the middle. Kind of what you expect when it's last day of the week. I mean, yeah, like when it's an early week. But that's okay. Let's mark out the opening range gap. So we closed here, opened here. That is not the correct. So this is your opening range gap. We have a discount opening or premium opening, discount gap. Already trading lower towards 50%. So if we want to dot as a low-hanging fruit objective, we wouldn't even be able to participate in that move. We may get full gap closure here. So, like I said, I'm going to wait. My plan, everyone keeps asking me buys earlier in stream. I don't have a daily buy. So there is no daily buy. There's no way I can give you guys a high probability idea. I mean, right now, yesterday was bearish. I would expect maybe today to continue bearish and take previous day's low. Like I'm leaning towards that more, but it's also range bound, right? So I don't know if as soon as we start getting lows, we just go back into the range, like it's really hard to predict that. So I'm not going to try and predict it. I'm just going to wait for order flow to be really clear and look to execute a trade. Unfortunately, we did go down first, though. Ideally, if we went higher and took out these highs, maybe we could have went for a short here on open, but look how slow these candles are printing too. That's a red flag. It's 9:30. This should be the most volatile time of the entire day, and look how slow we're printing. So we have to be patient. Maybe rely more on the macro today. Cannot be eager to push the button on a day like this. You really cannot. Really cannot. So yesterday we passed another Top Step account. So I did buy another one today, which I'm probably going to not full port, but you guys know like half, because I still have that free reset, so I might as well just get in, risk like not gonna full port it, but I'll risk 500, which is what I normally do anyway. So risk 500 and just like SL or TP 3R. If I get the opportunity, if not, then it's fine. We'll do it next week. I'm not gonna force a bad trade. So right now we opened, traded into this old Sibi, and then we filled up the opening range gap completely. So that happened. This is accurate? Yeah, it's not accurate. It should be 50%. 35? Have I been doing 35% this whole time? Yeah, 40%. I need my annotations to be like flawless, you know? I need to be like super organized. If I'm not organized, and if it's like even like if my room is not clean, I can't get work done. I can't trade properly. Everything needs to be in line. This is your first presentation. Include the volume imbalance in your annotation. Yo, what was that rhyme? The hell? It's funny. So we take out age of lows there, I believe. Let this load up. And we fell short of age of lows, so we'll mark out age of lows, intraday objective. Maybe we can find some sort of continuation idea to age of lows. But looks like we may just stay heavy. That's okay. Not really an entry there. The dollar is trading pretty sideways, but also bearish. So yeah, we don't have a correlated market. YM is the hell is this awful price action on the YM? I think we may get a speed towards age of lows. Probably an S&P there as well. I'm marking it out on the S&P as well. I want to see if ES reaches that level. We fully inverse the opening range gap. I wouldn't mind, like, if we get something like this, yeah, I would short that probably. It's a protraction model, but this is your protected high, but only like in the narrative of taking age of lows. Like, I wouldn't be looking for protraction and then looking more and more. But if we can get a retest of first presentation and then some sort of OB, or the thing is, I prefer trading inside the macro. It's really slow right now. But I mean, let's just see. I'm not gonna limit order it, that's for sure. But if I was to, I would do it like this. Probably stops at the high. I guess you can get away with something like this. Be a good place to short from. Too early. I wish we were like further away, and then like 9:45 we can like trade higher into here, for example. That would be the best. But it's 8 minutes until 9:45, so unless we get consolidation for 6 minutes and 50 seconds, I don't think that trade idea will happen for us. I mean, there's not really any clear objectives below Asia lows. I like this because there's a 15-minute BISI in here as well. So, you know, fair value gap inside a low, always a good objective. Like that. So I'll keep this annotated faintly. I don't mind shorting. I just need it. I need to see a retracement higher first. Into the 3-minute. Maybe the 5-minute that's forming. Oh. really slow bank holiday. So, I mean, bank holiday's tomorrow, but when you see really slow, you kind of like start to think. Difficult session. So, solid follow through on this candle. See if we get Asia lows. Again, nothing we can participate in. If it manipulated higher first, maybe, but it didn't. I guess, we did get an SMT here. So I guess we could have, treated this as an OB. But like that's a really bad trade, in my opinion. It's too early. All right, 9:40. So 5 minutes till 9:45, which is the new 15-minute candle. And then that also leads into the macro. I'm hoping we can leave these Asia lows open and trade higher. But then we have a clear target. So quiet. I'm gonna go to the gym today. I'm gonna go swimming. I'm gonna go in the hot tub. No basketball games today, right? Or there's one. Atlanta versus Miami, right? Hmm. Tomorrow. Tomorrow is two playing games. Cool. All right, we didn't take Asia lows just yet. We did take a lot of liquidity though. Pretty nice sell model it would be, right? We're trying to catch that last leg, taking out the original consolidation lows. What is this? That's not supposed to be there, is it? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, nice. We get a pretty quick move. Let's see if we can get a touch of first presentation. ES doesn't even have a first presentation, so. Wow, imagine trading the YM right now. Ow, painful. Okay, we get a touch of first presentation. That's good. Let's see if we get to 50% org and show bearish order flow. First step of the protraction is respect premium. Second step, disrespect discount. So let's see. Example, this city. I don't want to put color on it. We'll just leave it this. Um, Approaching at 9:45. It's 9:43 now. Going into 9:43. So 2 minutes till the new 15. I don't want this to inverse yet. I don't want it. Yeah, I would much rather this go higher first. It'll be a higher probability trade if we can do it that way. ES is going to take out the 930 high, it looks like. Now, I want to see an SMT like this. We can get SMT like that, and then display slower. It's a really good sign. We didn't get the SMT, but we got it on the body, but not pretty body. Let's just see how this next candle prints. If we get the inversion or not. Wouldn't be opposed to taking it if we do. Say we get a fill around here, stop at the body high. We can maybe get to R, but again, I would rather, yes, just, yeah, let's bump up this high. He with YM already. It's like literally 2R. We did an inverse. You better believe if I'm gonna take this trade, I'm gonna wait for a full inversion. Yeah, I don't think we can get good risk reward on it. I have to wait for the inversion. I'm not about to try and predict an inversion all the way deep in discount. Either we get it or we don't. What you can do, let's see if this ticks up. It's really hard to get a good risk reward here. It's really hard. Like the stop. You can put a stop on the reinversion, I guess. Watching this wick. I'm watching this wick, watching the inversion. I want to see if we can get a good entry. We do have SMTs at these lows. And I'm gonna have to break even at those equal lows below Asia. Watching this candle, watching the speed. I'm hovering to sell. But the truth is, if I was in the short, I would have already taken partials and stuff. So I'm going to be very cautious when I'm entering this. Watching the 15-second chart. Watching the 15-second. Trading back into that inversion. There's just not enough range to manage the trade I would want to. I'd want to take a partial here. I can't. Literally the same candle that inverse took out that low. That's why I'm not in this trade right now. There's just not enough room to manage my position the way I would like to. And there's an SMT there, so it's not a plus. Could it go lower? 100%. 100%. I'm watching the 15 second. I'm watching the 30 second. But get an action there. Say one day you left the world behind, so live a life remember. Yeah, good thing we didn't take that. You kind of just have to know when not to push the button. They say one day you left the world behind, so live a life. Yeah, so we reinversed there. Probably expect this to actually go higher now. SMT, we took out the bulk of the liquidity lower. We are forming a 15, 10-minute fair value gaps higher. Actually, this would be a better short. We'll wait for that. We'll see if that forms. We live a lie. So 10-minute bearish fair value gap, you see that. Let's remove the opening range gap. It's pretty much first presentation, so we can just wait. We have an SMT like this now. So if we can get displacement lower now inside the macro, I mean, this would be a better trade. This is a bullish breaker though. And this is a bullish fair value gap aligning with that breaker. So I do see that. I do see that. I need to see an inversion for me to trust this. Because we're shorting into a bullish unicorn with S&Ps at the lows. Right, this is your bullish unicorn. We did take out, like we didn't take out the low on Asia, but I mean we went low enough. It suffices. We did take out liquidity lower. We are inside the macro. So I'm gonna let this order flow kind of guide my bias. Yeah, this is a protraction model, but the quality of this trade is really bad. It's a really low probability discount. There's not enough range to work with. We left equal highs above. The candle that inversed took out your retracement low. So like there we got an inversion of first presentation. Well, let's see if we get a reinversion or not. It's starting to look pretty bullish. Either way, no entries long here for me. They say one day you love me. YM is crazy right now. We take out this high, this one right here. I would demand a CISD or a breaker for shorts. ES did take out that high, so the only way I can short this is if we get a boom. You know, like I want to see it immediately react off this SMT. But we already inversed first presentation, so there's pre-market high. Well, actually, it's not pre-market high, but it's buy side here. Dealing range high in the 1 minute. Either Nasdaq speeds up and takes this high, or we roll over lower. Almost took that short, you know, it was good patience. I almost took it. There's no way I would have been able to partial or break even. So. Like I'm gonna be shorting into a bullish unicorn here, but we do have a 10-minute bearish fair value gap. SMT's at the highs. If we get a strong inversion, it really just comes down to, do we get the equal lows on Asia? 15-minute immediate rebalance. 30 minutes working pretty aggressively. It's not an easy trade. It's not an easy trade because we could do this. Possible. We'll just wait and see what happens. Let's see how it forms. See if we touch this and then dump. If this starts to like aggressively roll over, that's an immediate rebalance. Let's see if this stays heavy. I would have to see a reinversion of first presentation and this fair value gap. And it ends in 2 minutes. Trading into that bullish breaker and bullish fair value gap. I probably won't take this, and I'd have to wait for like, if we get like this, because this is a bullish breaker. I'm skeptical. Like I'm not too convinced of the shorts, but I'm leaning towards shorts. Got the inversion. I'm gonna be a little bit patient because of this unicorn setup. I want to see, do we get something like this? If we just dump all the way, then whatever. We were right and we missed the move. Doesn't matter. But you have to be patient. But since we got that immediate rebalance, we have pretty bearish order flow. ES did put in a bearish order block. I'm watching this inversion. Also watching this SIBI. First presentation. 1 minute till 10 a.m. I'm watching this, and if this inverses, it's going to change my entire bias. I'll actually go long. Looks like it will. Inversed by 1 pick. Copy. 10 a.m. open. Opens and puts in this order block. If we close lower, so I'm watching the body here. Nope. No OB. In fact, we just swooped that low. We put an S&T there. This is going to go higher, yeah. Makes sense. If I take this, I'm sizing down. Whoa. Oh, I'm on the 15 second. They say one day you left this world behind. I'm kind of just waiting because I don't know. It's not too clear for me. By now, I think it'll go higher. I am a little skeptical. Say we got a long like this. 2.5R, it's not bad. Watching this candle. If we inverse first presentation, we didn't. Maybe if we refer back when we start trading higher, we can try to anticipate the inversion of first presentation. We can buy this as it's going up, which I don't like doing normally, but staying heavy, man. This is really the price action. It's really blah. 10 a.m. PO3 looks. No, we never inverse first presentation. Tough, it's tough. A lot of people probably got tripped up if they entered anything here. They're probably still tripping up. It didn't re-inverse, but when we're supposed to be seeing speed and we're not seeing it. Can't really see myself getting in here, man. See the SMT, yeah. OB looks nice. Maybe we can get in here. 40 points, 80 points. I'll de-risk if we get nice closure. That candle doesn't have a high, so I'm gonna wait and see if it ticks up and then goes lower. Is anyone what Top Steps rules your best day cannot be 50%, right? Is it best day or best trade? I'm really just staying on my feet here because it's not clear. It's best day. So if you lose 500, let's say in one trade, and you make 2,000. Oh, that would be best day would be. Well, your best day you'd be 1,500 on the day though, so you're fine, right? But I might just be trading the eval. I'm gonna be honest. This is awful, man. This is not good. If we start to speed up right now on this little 1 minute Sibi. Look at ES. YM's making higher highs. ES is going sideways. No clean order flow. We're respecting premium and discount. ES is literally going sideways. YM is going higher, and the dollar is also going sideways. There's just no trade here. Simply speak, there is no trade here. I don't know, man. We had a good week. I don't want to force something here. I'm starting to feel like this could just be a low. And it may not come back. Okay. Damn. Wrong candle. BD Gonzalez. Didn't change much. Like, I'm super tripped up. I don't know how we really couldn't have gotten on this move. And I think it just might be gone now. Yeah, patience is key. I don't know how I would have gotten on this move, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't see any clear. I don't see any clarity. It went side. Like, where did my model form? My model got invalidated on this inversion. And we reinversed. I guess you could have. And if you left your stop there, I'm gonna be honest. If I took that short, I feel like I probably would have gotten stopped out. I don't think I would still be in it. Maybe we can get something like this. That's not even good R. Maybe. Really stretching for this. Really stretching for it. This might be an eval trade. I'll take this on an eval if we get it. I have to clear my copy trader. All right. On the eval, I'm not even in on the eval yet. Give me 1 sec. I'm only taking this on my eval, guys. Taking the inversion. Stop loss would be a reinversion. So if this is your bearish order block, I want my stop to cover 50%. Looking for Asia lows. Yeah, I mean, I'm only taking this on an eval. Honestly, if you're trading funded, I really just wouldn't take this if I were you. My stop's a reinversion. I'll take it because I have a free reset anyways. So I might as well. I'm looking at this. 50% should hold. I'm putting this here because I know people are copy trading me. So as long as it doesn't reinverse this fair value gap, trade is still valid. We should be speeding up, not slowing down. Pushing our stop loss. And we got wicked out there. I didn't get wicked out on the micro though. Let me see if this. I'm still in on the micro. I'm in the same trade, guys, by the way. I didn't get stopped out yet. I'm still in the same trade. I'm re-entering here because it's a S&P with micro and mini. So I'm just demonstrating. I'm demonstrating what the trade looks like on my second monitor because I didn't get stopped out on my other screen. Never came up here. My stop was here. We're bearish. We should respect this city. I might just get out of this, man. It's just like really sideways. It hasn't invalidated yet, but it's taking way too long. Gain some speed. I'm gonna partial here just to protect my position. I'm on an eval. I'm not gonna push on the eval, bro. I'm just gonna let it go. I might just full close it at 1R or something. Maintain these equal lows. There's no point in closing. I took it on an eval. I mean, obviously, I still want to trade properly, right? The goal isn't just whatever, right? The goal is to trade properly on the eval. But like, if I was on my funded, I would have probably closed the trade right here. If I'm being honest, I don't want to be in this trade. I can take better trades on an eval. I mean, on a funded. I have a free reset, so as we stab through, I will take a partial to demonstrate what I would do on my funded. I'm not going to take a partial on my eval, but in my system, I would take a partial here. I'm going to wait for this to stab through because there's a lot of lows. I mean, usually I'm expecting a speed. Usually we should be seeing speed now, not like, it shouldn't be like edging the lows. Alright, there you get that stab through. So let's take. It literally glitched and we ended up taking 2 partials, man. Are you serious? I swear it literally glitched, man. I only meant to partial 2. I partialed 4. I would show the stop here. Remember, I only took this on eval, guys, so I wouldn't take this on my funded, to be honest. Or if I did, I would be very... It's too difficult. You have to move your stop at the perfect time. Aim for the perfect level. I guess we just leave a limit order here now because we already partialed. That's my last position. I am break even on the eval. Someone said, which trade copy do you use? I use the one built in with Top Step and Alpha Futures. TP, bro? I took off 4 contracts, but why are you telling me to TP, bro? No offense, bro, but I feel like I know my model more than you. I'm just sitting break even on my eval. If it goes all the way down, I'll take it. The TP's at 338. Yeah, tough day, man. Tough day. How do you request withdrawal from Top Step? You need to file a wire transfer requirement. You can do bank transfer if you want. You can also do Wise. I think they added some stuff too. Depending where you got entry. If I'm being honest, if this goes up any further, I feel like no stop loss is safe, bro. Like, it should be speeding up now. Should not be. You know? How do you get an invite to the new dashboard? I didn't get an invite. It looks like we might get out break even here. Yeah, I'm out break even, guys. So all that was for $11 on an evaluation account. How do I rate this trade? This trade, this setup here, it's probably like a B. This is 100. I took this on 100K eval. Yo, bro, I went long at 943 NQ. Can you tell me why it was a bad trade? At 943? Why was it a bad trade? Too early? One. Why was it a bad trade? I don't know. I think the condition of the market is bad. It's not a bad trade. Just a bad day, I guess. I'm absolutely hilarious. Thanks. How much do I bench? I don't know. I haven't benched in a while. I used to be really good at benching. I am out of this trade, by the way, on the eval. This isn't the same fill I got. A lot of people today lost on longs. I mean, I can see that. I can see that. Let's stop to the most recent high. Why don't you sell at 930? Why would I sell at 930? There was an inverse if you're doing higher time frames. Yep. There's also a big short time frame. Yep. What's your bias right now? This candle closes below this. I'd expect this to take out the equal lows that I marked out. Why go long when it's bearish? I didn't go long. Can you explain the trade today? Yeah, it's very simple. I was looking for a continuation short off of this move. That's all. That's all it was. So I'm looking for a continuation. So I'm trying to frame a continuation in here. My model actually formed all the way up here as soon as we got this order block. But I didn't like the way that it formed. It came down. There's still a bullish fair value gap here, so I'm skeptical. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting for clear bearish order flow. So I could have missed a trade here. I could have missed it. It could have went boom and then flushed. Maybe I would have found an entry somewhere here, which I did here, but I could have missed a trade here. This is where my model formed. Then we get a retracement. I mean, let me show you on the eval. That's where I actually took the trade. Then we got a retracement here, and we got an order block. This is where I took my entry. Over here though. So same entry level, just over here, not here, if that makes sense. Target the engineered lows. Stop covers any reinversion. Yeah, simple. Do we target previous day low? I would leave a runner, but unfortunately I took off 4 here by accident, so I gotta watch a whole 6-hour ICT video now. Which one's 6 hours? There's no 6 hours one. My stop loss was here this was my hard stop loss, was right here. Remember, I'm entering off this order block, right? So my stops used to cover the order block high. This was my original stop loss. But my true, like this is where my stop loss, but my true invalidation of the trade is if we reinverse this fair value gap. So we can wick. We did wick. But we never closed above. And we also didn't hit the hard stop, right? So if this is the order block I'm trading off of for my protraction model, it shouldn't trade to the high of the order block. Oh, the action workshop? Yeah. Those are good. You should watch those. Are there any CISDs in here? Bullish or no? There's no bullish CISDs. There it is. There it is. Tough trade. Tough trade. But it played out. And on the eval only. Yeah, you can use SMT with YM. Do a full recap. Let's do a full recap. Okay, so we took this trade today. And I'm going to do a full recap. So I'm leaning towards shorts because of the bearish order flow after London. And we do have Asia lows open. And these equal lows inside this 15-minute imbalance. I love when I see a low inside of an imbalance. That is a strong draw on liquidity. Going into the 1-minute chart. We have very sloppy price action in here, which is why my entry is so late. But basically what happens, we end up coming up, taking out the 930 buy side. So because we take out this high on ES, not on NQ, on ES, I have to look for a CISD, right? It's not a protraction model, it's a reversal model. This is your CISD. Now, I could have taken the trade here and put my stop here, and this trade would have played out a lot better, but I was not confident in the trade at this time. So I was waiting for my model 3, which is a protraction. So I'm waiting for a retracement and then a confirmation of continuation. So here we have your CISD. We trade into it, and then we get an order block. We trade into it once more, and then we get this order block. The reason I like this one is because we were respecting first presentation, which is right here. So we came up to first presentation and then left it. So at this point, if I can find a protraction like this, it makes it a really high probable trade. Taking my entry on the test of this order block, you could have taken it on this close, and then I meant to take only one partial at these equal lows, but I accidentally clicked the button twice. So I took off 80% of my position here, and then my actual objective, which is where I should have been taking off majority, was the equal lows on those 50-minute imbalance. So that was the trade. Your deviations would be like this. I only took it on my eval though. Just remember that. Only took it on the eval. You focus longs? Not right now. Maybe if you get a CISD, really strong one. Tough day, but we'll take it. How do you take the candle bodies on FEGs instead of wicks? Why do you take the candle body? Because there's a volume imbalance included. You cannot draw it like this. It's incorrect. You have to include the volume imbalance. It's not every fair value gap, only ones with the volume imbalance. So over here, sorry, there's actually no volume imbalance, so it's like this. People should pay you for basically giving them free money. A lot of people do copy trade me, man, and they do make pretty good money from it. A lot of people do make money off copy trading me, which I don't recommend, because as soon as I lose, they're gonna start crying, which I don't want to deal with, you know? Simply do not want to deal with that. Up 4K this week, price action a bit tough than mine, but took the short today at 10.15 after FEG. Nice, bro. I have been trading pretty good recently. No, I trade micros. How do you have a free reset? Top Step gave me one. You think I should hold to previously low? A runner? Which time frame? I always take the 1 minute. Yo, what's MySo's account again? I'm trying to get a code for my account. What's MySo's account for? MySo's account for what? Hard time for confirmation to be bearish. Just the order flow going into New York Open. London trades higher. We're getting a breaker. Traded into the breaker. Went lower. At this point, I'm viewing this as a sell model. This is your original consolidation. You're doing well, man. Took the same 2 trades as you Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm not copying you, but we're reading on biasing and 2%. Yeah, that's fine, bro. As long as you know why. I personally, I don't want people to copy trade me because I don't think they can handle the losses like I can. But if you do, and the reason I say if you do is because people are gonna do it no matter what, bro. I can make a private group and stream in there. People are still gonna join and copy trade me. There's no way to stop it. But if you're going to do it, at least take some initiative to at least learn why we're taking the trade and stuff like that. How can I only risk 150 on Top Step X? I don't know. You just depends on, you gotta trade macros, bro. 945 here continues reversal model does only work if you take the high target. The reversal model only occurs if we take highs above 930. So there's no reversal here, but as soon as we take out this high on ES, by the way, because there's SMT, then it's a reversal model. How many funnels do you have right now? 5. Would 945 be considerable? Thanks for your free gifts. Some guys sell it is worth nothing. Man, some people just be selling a PDF, bro. Some people literally just be like, ah, man, $100. Here's my PDF. because I placed a contract and small candle made it $700. You traded minis, bro, not micros. How did you get your bias that is going to go short this week has really been fickle? Today's daily bias was not clear. I was pretty much relying on the fact that yesterday we dumped and I was expecting some sort of continuation. That's what I said pre-market to you guys. And if you go to the 15-minute chart, London trades higher above midnight opening price, and then we get a breaker going down. New York pre-market trades into that breaker, wicks, and goes down. So at this point, this is what I'm trying to say. We have a open on the day, we trade higher, we dump, we trade higher, and we dump. Going into 9:30, I'm like, all right, well, if we can, very simple. If we can, if we can trade higher going into 9:30, I look for the next dump, and I just look for that last objective of the whole model. That's it. Just bearish order flow going into the 9:30 open. You know what the trading hours are going to be? I think tomorrow's there's no trading at all for futures. We filled 4-hour equilibrium though. I've never personally looked at that ever once in my life, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Just using balances and liquidity. What even is filling a 4-hour equilibrium? I don't think that's even a thing, bro. Market runs on liquidity or imbalance. Choose one. I don't trade pre-market, no. Posted in the Discord, but in this case, if they're trading the 50% of the FG, valid, bro. Can you explain SMT? Yeah, bro, very simple. Look at my left chart, look at my right chart. I don't even have to explain it. You'll see it. Look where I labeled SMT. You'll see the difference. That's what an SMT is. Fuck everything, all same on mine, chart and entry. Equilibrium is basically premium and discount. Yeah, but the market's not drawn to equilibrium. It's not a... MNQ and not MNQ is still NASDAQ, brother. It's just the micro contract. So yes, don't trade NQ, trade MNQ. How do you copy trade alpha and top step? I do them separately. I shorted at 10.16. Should I wait for the 1 hour sell side to be taken? You shorted at 10.16? Nice. It's a good short. 1 hour sell side? Yeah, we did take out the 1 hour. Oh, you mean all the way down here? Yeah, we might get there. It's previous day's low. It's possible. It wouldn't be a final target. It wouldn't be like my main objective, but it would be like my final objective. If I was personally in this trade, I would have definitely taken off the bulk of my position now. Large expansion. You traded the wrong one on my fund and now down 1200. Well, hopefully it's a mistake. You only make it one time. How can I find SMT correctly? You need to look at the chart at the same time. Look at NASDAQ on the left. Look at ES on the right. Samuel, no, it's just going to whatever is lagging index. No, it doesn't always favor NQ, but see here how NQ is weaker? That's why you want to trade NQ and not ES. Any trades? One trade on the eval. Oh, evals. I have 2 right now I'm working on. I was waited for a price to retrace to the CISD and I would miss so many moves, so I came up with this trend. Yeah, you can do that. I rarely wait for a retrace on a CISD unless the risk to reward is bad. Which time frame? This is the 1 minute chart. Volume imbalance on the 4 hour. That's a new day opening gap, but yeah, there is. Yeah, sure. Okay, you guys are trying it out. You guys got that. But the news weekend. Can you explain a volume balance, please? Yeah, bro. Simple. Let me just find one in action here. So you see this gap? It's a gap between 2 bodies. You see this? There's a space between the 2 bodies. Whenever you see this, that's a volume imbalance. The volume is inside this candle, the body. When there's a gap between 2 bodies, there's an imbalance in the volume. market can use that as a fair value gap pretty much is what you do. Now, in terms of, they're always going to be super small, right? And Nasdaq's really volatile. So don't ever expect like, I take the trade on the volume imbalance and put the stop at like, like it's going to 9 out of 10 times really go through it. But if you see it respected, then it's you can use that to gauge order flow. The other price reacts to the 15-minute FG from yesterday in the 8 p.m. session. You can use that if that's what you want, yeah. Sure. It's valid. You take a trade today? Yep, trade's right here, brother. You can see it. Do you take every trade after confirmation of SMT? No. I don't need SMT. It just happened to be there. If there was no SMT, doesn't matter. Still meets my rules. You think your TopStep? No, I don't link into TradingView. I trade on Alpha and TopStep X. Your R will you receive it tomorrow. Just you wait for every trade. So you see ISD. Yeah. It was slow. Didn't take anything. Yeah, it was very tough. I love how you told people. I love how you told you to TP. Look how it played out. Yeah, I don't know why people are saying close the trade. It's like a pretty high probability draw on liquidity. But the reason I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you exactly why people were telling me to close the trade. Because they copy traded me and they don't want to lose. Imagine that, bro. Imagine copy trading someone and still being like worried about the outcome of the trade. Like, what? What are you doing, man? That's what it is. Yeah. That happens all the time. It's not new. I get copy traders all the time, and then they say, "Yo, that close the trade. Like we're in profit. Like they're too scared to hold on to the trade, you know. So they try to convince me to close it because then they know they can close it. But if I hold it, then they also want to hold it because they're like they don't want to miss out on profits. I know I'm describing like at least, a lot of people use macro time. Of course, macro is always nice. You want to see your setups form in the macro. Yeah, there's a bullish breaker down there. Like I'm not entering in the macro, but you see how the setup forms in the macro? That's a confirmation. That's a confluence. Yeah, you can take trades in the macro time. I could have taken the trade right here if I wanted. It wouldn't have broke any rules. I was skeptical though. Well, I didn't know trading tomorrow because I'm taking the day off, and they were like, I'm not even gonna make a joke. It's Good Friday tomorrow, bro. Let me make sure I don't have any limit orders open. Can you explain why we can't trade tomorrow? Tomorrow's Good Friday. Just a holiday. All right, we're done trading for the week. Full green week. Followed my rules every day. That's the main thing we're proud about. I only took this on EL, remember, but I'll take it. You re-trolling checking? I always gotta recheck, bro. It's happened too many times. It's like one of those things where like it happens once and you never let it happen again. Yeah, it's happened to me like 3 times. So always go back and check if you left limit orders. I'm gonna double check right now, bro. Last thing I want is to wake up like down freaking, like one time I literally just woke up and all my accounts were blown. No way. Oh my god. I actually left a limit open and I blew the eval that I just took a win on. Oh, that's actually crazy. That's actually crazy. So crazy. I literally just talked about it too. But I was on so long ago. It was so long ago. I didn't do it on alpha though, at least. So, I mean, alpha's safe. Yeah, it's the free reset one. So, yeah, it is what it is. That's so funny. I knew, man. I had a feeling too, man. Because I had to keep switching my accounts and my copy traders. And I had a feeling, man. I actually had a feeling. Any rules you recommend? Just send a personal daily last limit, bro, to be honest. So sad. So sad. So sad. Alpha futures, the best futures prop firm, bro. It could be, but I have no draw lower unless you're really confident in previous days low, but which I'm not personally. But it could be if you think previous days low. If you believe in previous day low, then yes. I don't know about Funded Next, so I don't know. Can we trust them? I'll read Funded Next's rules. You said Funded Next. Honestly, bro, Ahmed, no, I cannot explain that, bro. I would just, I would just search up on their website, man. Funded Next is not even letting me go into their website right now, man. Fundednext.com, it's like blocked or something. Unless it's, I don't know, it's not working. I can't even go on the website. Can you send me a link? It's saying it's blocked. Yeah, it's blocked. Yeah, man. Come on, bro. Send me the rules, bro. Send me the. I can't even get into the website, bro. It's SMT, so I wasn't scared. No, not because once I saw that displacement lower, I was more confident. Oh, so sad. Very sad. Very sad. All that was for nothing. Would you take a long to go on the breaker? If I was to go long, I would only target like this high. Send me the link, I bet. Let me see. Yeah, Addy, I'll come on for lunch. It's actually painful. Anyway, I think we'll probably not do any more evals for a while, and we'll just focus on the funded we have. This is why you just copy trade them. You just copy trade them. Juicing model didn't work. We didn't need to manipulate any higher. That's all it was. I mean, it did work. The Judas swing was higher. Yeah, I'm managing way too many accounts, man. I'm not doing any more evals, bro. That's so annoying. Because I probably would have passed this one trade away. but it's all good. Let me just figure out this. Second chart, you have to pay for it. I have one model. It has 3 different. Just make sure. All right. Well, we got the funders that we want, so it's all good. That eval went to waste, but that's so painful, man. I knew it. My spidey senses were tingling. They were tingling. I had a feeling I left an order somewhere on one of the accounts because I had to remove the copy trader and then re-put it in. I had a feeling. But it's okay because we got another funded yesterday. We followed all our criteria this week. From now on, that's it. We got you know, until we get another payout, then we won't. I don't need to make any changes now. We got the alpha fundeds, the top set fundeds, the copy trader is set up. All my settings are set up. I left the limit order because I closed the trade manually and I left my TP. And got cooked. Unicorn is breaker block, fair value gap. So this is a breaker block. If you can see that. This is your fair value gap. So when they align like that, it's called a unicorn. Don't ask me why, it just is. All right, let me wrap this up so I can hop on call. Give me 1 sec. Okay, let me just finish this post and then we'll. Fundednext.com, future start challenge. Okay, I see. Hold on, let's review this together before I go. All right. Nah, see, it's blocked, man. Oh, fuck this thing. Oh, never mind. I opened the link. It just goes to block. It just blocked. But what good is the photo gonna do me if I literally can't even buy an account, man? What am I supposed to do, man? You tell me, should I try Microsoft Edge? Do I even have that on my computer? Let me try Microsoft Edge, bro. Just for you, I'll try Microsoft Edge. Funded next. Okay, it looks like it's working. Okay, you said this firm has really good rules. Let's see. Let's see. Futures. Key highlights. No activation fee. Cool. No time limits on the eval or the funded. Once a leaderboard, tracing rewards in as low as 5 days. So five winning days, I'm guessing. I don't see anything too crazy. What's the payout? What's the payout rule? Trading view, trade of 8. Bro, 375. Wait. No, sorry. Bro, it's $200 for a 50K with no activation, 3 minis, consistency rule 40%, no activation fee, max loss 25, daily loss, soft reach, profit target. So profit target's a little bit less. It's pretty cool. 15% performance reward. Also, if you pass, you get this. It's pretty cool. What's the payout like? Where's the payout? It's not bad. I wouldn't say it's better than alpha. It's a little bit expensive for an eval. I don't think most people are willing to pay 200 for an eval, especially when there's my funded. This is basically my funded futures. It's literally just my funded futures, but more expensive and a little bit better rules, I guess, in some aspects. I don't know about the payout rules. Is I looking at the right spot? Yeah, in my opinion, it's a little bit expensive for a 50K. One-time fee, $200. It's for an eval a little bit expensive. But you do have more drawdown, which is nice. It's interesting. I like how they. Where's the payout? Let me see the payout rule. If they have like good payout rules, then I'll add it to a list of people. See if you have my funded futures, because to me this looks like my funded futures. Let me check their payout rules though. Payment and withdrawal. I'm guessing that's no payout. But what is the eligibility for my? Okay. I funded hash rate with follables. Minimum benchmark date. Okay, it's fine. A day qualified benchmark date. 20. Okay, it's fine. 2 performance it's fine. Minimum 5-day benchmark. Meaning consistency rule. Minimum 500 profit in current cycle. So all you have to do to get a payout is scenario based example. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty standard. 5 winning days, consistency rule. So pretty much the same as my funded futures in that sense. Do you need a buffer? And what happens when you take a payout? Minimum performance reward. The trades must accumulate at least $500 in profits in the current cycle and requesting a withdrawal of. So you can request half. There is no restriction. That's pretty cool. However, unless a trader can be 30%, they can only withdraw 50% of profit. So similar to TopStep, a little bit worse. Because there's consistency rule on top of the fact that there is a 50% only withdrawal, but it's not bad. I will also say, what happens? Does your maximum loss get set to 0? It's not bad. It's not bad rules. I think you'd like my funded futures more though, if I'm being honest. They don't talk about like what happens when you. So I don't know about that. Minimum profit requirement. Traders must give at least 5. So at least there's that. You don't really need a buffer either, which is nice. But what happens when you take payout? Does your maximum loss get set to 0? Try Tradeify, take profit trader, and does maximum loss limit get set to 0 after payout? If the answer is yes, I wouldn't go with this firm. If it's no, it's an option. Tradeify is not bad. Tradeify is like a better Apex in my opinion. Yeah, this is not good. So they make it seem like you can request payout after $500, but if you do, you only have $250 left in your account, bro. So you can't. You need to get a buffer. $200 account, and you need a buffer to get a payout. I don't think it's worth it personally. I wouldn't go with them. Tradeify is also buffer, but it's at least cheaper. What's up with the 50% thing? So you can only request 50% of your profits, but when you do request payout, your maximum loss gets set to 0. So you need to get a buffer before taking payout. It's not bad, but it's not ideal. But I mean, I guess you don't have that many options, so I guess it's not bad. It's not bad. Well, appreciate everyone coming through. We had a flawless week this week. I'm sure I missed a lot of questions. What do I think about Apex? Apex is not bad. You have the first presentation wrong. Nope, this is the correct first presentation. Yes, it's correct. Max cells, cool. What's the alpha payout rules? It's very simple, bro. All you need is 40% consistency. You don't need a buffer. You just need 40% consistency and you're eligible for payout. So 3 wins, basically. If you can get 3 wins, you can request a payout every 2 weeks. It doesn't get better than that, bro. You know? It's half 2 on alpha standard. Sorry, I don't understand. You just took a long. I wouldn't trade after the equal lows, but the setup is good. Need a buffer for top step. Ideally, yeah, you do. They don't say you need one, but unless you plan on blowing the account right after, then you need one. You know, like it's not a requirement, but you need it. 40% or 40%, 40%. That's the only rule. Can you explain why the long and active macro did not work out? You just had the wrong bias, brother. Well, like here, strong bias, the wrong draw on liquidity. You were looking for reversal longs, but it was continuation shorts. That's all. As soon as you guys put an SMT, I'm more confident reversal. What is 40% consistency? It's very simple. It just means your best, listen closely, I'll say it one time. Your best trading day cannot be 40% of your profits. So if you make $10,000 on the account, your single best day cannot be $4,000. It basically says that you got lucky one day, you know? It can be 3,900, but it can't be 4,000. And if it is 4,000, then you just have to make a little bit more money. How you come to the conclusion that it was continuation longs? You mean continuation shorts? It was bearish the entire day. Like I said, if you have to even draw it out, just see it. This is midnight opening price. This line right here, midnight opening price. You know what? Let's record this because people keep asking me. Okay, so we're going to do a trade recap, and I'm going to discuss to you guys why I was bearish on the day. Okay, this is midnight opening price. We opened, London trades higher, and then we get a breaker. Pre-market trades higher, and we trade lower. New York open trades higher, and then lower. Now we traded this. This was the short that we caught today. Why did I expect it to continue lower? We have a protected high on the day. Yesterday was bearish, so this is a continuation of yesterday's move, right? And order flow was bearish the entire day. We have these equal lows as a strong drawn liquidity. And if we're really bearish, we have previous day's low still open. Whenever you see lows like this in an imbalance, It's a really strong drawn liquidity, and they're equal lows, and Asia lows were still open as well. So it's a really good sell model idea. We're simply catching that last leg, right? We reversed right here, retrace, dump, retrace. We took that last dump. How did I take the trade? We put in S&Ps at the highs, respected first presentation, and once we reinversed it here, we came back, CISD. I didn't take the trade here because I wasn't confident at the time, but once we got this inversion, we traded back into this order block, and that was my protraction model entry. Profits at minor sell side. Final take profit was -2, 2.5 standard deviations of the original reversal model, which is here. And it aligns with those equal lows. That was today. I was bearish initially, but saw that respect forever bullish. No. I get what you're saying. But then what were you aiming for? Like, even if you did take a long here, as soon as we put in that SMT, you have to be skeptical. I wouldn't trade PM today. There's a small close of that FEG. Still count as an IFEG. Yeah, it counts. It's not ideal, but it counts. It matters. How often do you look at the 50-minute and higher? I look at the 50-minute every single day. How often do I look higher? When the 15-minute is not clear, then I'll go higher usually. It's hard to say. Like, that's a good question. I used to always ask that same question when I was first trading. That was the question I always used to ask. Like, what time frame do I look at the higher? What time frame? It's so hard to tell you the answer. Like, now I get it. Why I used to always ask that question, and now I just kind of do it. Like, I just kind of know when to zoom out and when to not. I can't really say. The 15 minutes are really nice. I always look at the 15-minute to see my daily order flow. Like, I can tell you that. I always go to the 15-minute. I always start my day on the daily. I don't even look at the 4 hour, the 1 hour, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I pretty much always use the 15-minute. But like, let me give you an example. You see how like over here we have a lot of expansion on the 15-minute, right? It's kind of hard to see any clear imbalances here. So if you zoom out, see how it's a little bit easier, and you zoom out a little bit more, and you're like, wait, we got hourly bullish fair value gap here, for example, or we have like these equal lows. So zooming out just helps you see the picture sometimes, but you didn't really have to. The 15 minutes enough, in my opinion. I like the 15-minute. Oh yeah, wow, that unicorn's really playing. This must be news. Someone must have said something. Payout for payout? What do you mean? Long you couldn't get it? What do you think about the logs to 1850? Like, if it was me personally and I was taking longs, it would be this high right here. That's my minimum objective. That's just me. How do you justify the CISDS? You just really take the same trade, but use 954 candle. 954. Yeah, I mean, technically he is right. Technically, this is your CISP. The reason I want to see closure below this is because it's a lot stronger of a body, and it would also invalidate this OB. So, yeah, technically he is right. Technically, this is your CISD. This is your last up close candle that swept buy side and got closed below. But this candle has low body, very large wick. I'm not going to be confident enough in this reversal. You know, do you get what I'm saying? But technically, yes, he is right. This is the technical CISD. We trade back into it. This is your OB. Trade back into that OB. This OB. I'm not sure. You asked for thoughts. I'll give you my thoughts. If it's a true reversal model, -2, 2.5. Do you include wicks on breaker? Yes, for sure. So like this would be your bullish breaker, right? But the most sensitive part of the breaker would just be this, the highest part. But this is your full breaker. What if the wicks are very long? I would still include it. How long have you been trading for? About a year and a half, maybe more. Is there a set time? Usually I stop at like 11, you know. I don't trade like really past 11. Rarely. Like there's some scenarios where I do want to trade lunch, but it's pretty rare. So I recorded that recap. It's so sad what happened to the eval. Whatever, man. Last time I probably understand just getting back with this long. Nice, bro. I 10% drawdowns, just giving over 10 trade big. Depends what you're comfortable with. Give me your opinion on Kernel's funding rules. Does it work where you live? I think they're not bad. I think they're basically top. They're not bad, bro. I would probably take that. I would probably take Chronos funding over whatever you got the funded next. Well, I appreciate everyone coming through. The week's done. Tomorrow, enjoy your day off. Previously low possible. Um, I appreciate everyone coming through. I will see you guys live on Monday. If you're not in the Discord, we're gonna be doing a giveaway this weekend. So join the Discord for free. Maybe back test tomorrow. Tomorrow's Good Friday though, so I think I have a dinner. But possible. Possible. I'm 22, brother. All right. I appreciate everyone coming through. I will see you guys live on Monday. Stay tuned in the Discord for the giveaway. I am about to go to the gym later. I'll see you guys. Take care. Markets are not open tomorrow. CME is closed. Did Baker take the wicks? Yes, include the wicks. You, Tommy. Yep. Remember, CME is closed tomorrow. I would not recommend. I don't know if electronic trading hours are open, but if they are, I really would not recommend. I don't think they are because I got an email from AM Futures and they told me that the CME is closed. But I will see you guys. I might post it. I'm gonna post a recap shortly. I might post something else. I don't know. I'm gonna go to the pool, so we'll see. All right. Take care, family.